My name is Antonia, and today we're going to talk about healthy habits and how you can eat a lot healthier and about nutrition as well. So let's get right into it with the question, why should we eat healthy? That's pretty simple, and there are a lot of good reasons for it. First of all, you have a lot more energy into your daily activities. If you eat healthy, you get a lot more in daily activities, but also in cognitive activities. And all in all, you just feel a lot more energetic. Also, healthy food and healthy nutrition decreases the risk of illnesses. For example, diabetes, heart illnesses, lung disease, arthrosis, and cancer. So you can prevent a lot by eating healthy. Also, eating healthy increases psychological training, so you get a better mental health and a higher self-esteem. Um, and the last point for today that I'm telling you is eating healthy decreases symptoms of an illness. So if you already have an illness, you might feel a lot better when you eat healthy than when you eat unhealthy. Of course, it's really hard, or it's really easy for me to tell you be more healthy. And it's really hard to get that into our daily life. So it's really important to remember that little adjustments and little changes are the way to go. So try to remember that everybody decides individual what's good for them. So if the one tip is good for one person, it doesn't mean that it works for you. So you have to figure out what works for me best. How can I improve? How can I change little things? And that shouldn't mean that they're going to work for her or him. So really try to find out what's best for yourself. Also remember that lots of small steps summarize into a big step. So it's really, really hard to say from one day, okay, we're going to change from 0 to 100, and the next day we're going to eat completely healthy. That's not going to work, or it's only going to work for a short amount of time. And we want it to work for a long time. So it's really, really easier to change small steps, and then after a time you won't even remember how you did it before. So, and you can add some more steps. So it's much easier to summarize all the small steps and see that as a big step. Also, really important here is to choose small steps that last for you. So if you have a specific routine for the day, try to put some little changes in there that work for you again, and don't try to do something that's completely out of your comfort zone. So try to find some changes that work for you, that fit to your schedule, to your daily life, and try to put them into your routine. The last step is take your time. It's not easy to change a lot of things, to change routines, to stick to small steps. So don't stress yourself. If one of you is faster than the other, that's totally okay. You go in your own pace and give yourself some rest. Take some time. If you fall back, it's not a problem. Try to stick to it. We found some ideas for your daily life because it's always easy to say you can take small steps, be healthier. So we have some examples for those small steps today. One tip is to take a smaller plate. It sounds a bit weird, but if you have a smaller plate, your portion gets smaller with it. So it still looks full, your plate is still full, but the portion is smaller. And also, if you have a big plate, there's always some space to put some more on. So it's much easier to eat less when you have smaller plates. And the next tip is don't put full pans and pots on pans and pots on the table. Rather have them in the kitchen, on the stove, or somewhere else. But it's much easier to get some more food on your plate if it's in reach. So you don't even have to get up and go moving to get some more. And also you see your leftovers. So it's always like, oh, it's only a little portion left. I'll still eat that. Try to leave that, take it the next day, eat it the next day, or later as a snack, but stick to the portion you've already got. A simple step is to add vegetables to meals and recipes that don't contain vegetables normally. So take your favorite veg and put that in there. It's going to taste a lot better and you're going to have some vitamins right away. Also add vegetables to meals to make it more colorful because we all know the eye eats with us. Your plate is going to look way more colorful and that means it's healthier. The more colors, the healthier you eat. Another idea is to drink water instead of sodas. So here we can easily take that as an example for the small steps. So if you, let's say, have a soda with every meal, try to change out the soda with water every second day. Then every second day, every meal. Then next time you take it every day, but only at lunch, and then so on until you have completely reduced your soda and only stuck to water. You can still have some soda, but look at it as a treat and don't drink it because you're thirsty. It's much more like a candy bar. The next idea that's really important for myself as well is asking myself, am I really hungry or am I just bored? Because we put a lot of food in our body when we are bored, and that's really unnecessary food and unnecessary calories that we normally wouldn't need. And we still have enough energy to go through the day, but we still eat because we're bored. Um, Another tip is to eat less red meat, so only eat red meat around 2 or 3 times a week and try to switch up the recipe into having fish or chicken instead. Also, instead of white bread, try to eat whole grain, switch it out. It tastes different, but I think it tastes a lot better. And maybe here as well, try to switch it up from day to day. And so you move on to little steps until you eat whole grain every day. Um, Also, try to snack fruits and vegetables instead of sweets and chips. I know that sounds really hard, but sometimes it's much nicer, and afterwards you feel a lot nicer if you had a bowl of fruit instead of a bowl of chips. Also, try to not use ready-made products. I know sometimes it's easier, it's much more quicker, but also, for example, a salad sauce is really easy to make yourself. You just need olive oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper, and then you're done. And there are a lot of good, fast recipes out there as well. Another tip is try to reduce your salt intake. So less salt is much healthier for us. And all the time, or most of the time, we already put salt in, although we haven't tried it. So try your food first before you put some more salt on. Maybe you won't even need it and it tastes good without salt. An easy tip that you can try is try to switch to low-fat milk, to low-fat milk products. For example, low-fat milk, low-fat cream, low-fat yogurt. It almost tastes the same. There is a small difference, but you won't even notice. And it's an easy way to just reduce some fat. Also, a really, really important thing is to be present while you're eating. In our time right now, we always have something else to do, even while we're eating. So there's always a funny show to watch on the TV, or there's an email I have to get back to. Oh, I can do that while I'm eating. But you don't focus on your food, and then afterwards you'll be a lot hungrier than if you would have focused, because then we know we took something into our body and then we already proceed and yeah, just get a lot of more energy out of it. Another big part about that as well is to chew longer. A lot of nutritions aren't absorbed by our body because we didn't chew the food long enough. So try, it looks a bit weird, but try to chew a bit longer, and then nutritions can be absorbed. Also, try to have pieces of fruit instead of a smoothie because it's the same with the chewing. A smoothie you just drink and you don't have the feeling that you ate something. If you chew the fruits, You also take in the nutrition. You don't take in the lots of added sugar that is in a smoothie, and you don't have the feeling that you only drank something because you chewed, and that's going to make you a lot more full than a smoothie. A big part is also to be aware of discounts. If you go food shopping, it's really easy to let yourself get distracted by all the sales and all the discounts for most of the time unhealthy foods. I mean, we've all been there that we went grocery shopping and came home with a lot of things that we didn't even want to buy, but still we have them and then we're going to eat them. So try to ask yourself, do I really need this or am I just buying it because it's cheap? And decide that you don't need it. Another big part about grocery shopping is that you should plan your food shop. Try to make yourself a plan. What are you going to cook throughout the week? What are you going to need throughout the week? And write yourself a list. Go to the shop with your list and only get the things that are on those lists. Only get the ingredients that you need and don't, I mean, of course, we all forget some bits, but we still can have them. But if you think about, oh, do I really need this? Is it on my list? No, it's not. All right, I won't buy it. I know it's pretty hard, but if you don't have it, you won't eat it. That's what I always do. And the last tip for today is try to cook for yourself. I know sometimes it takes a long time and it will take a little bit until you get there where it's going to be tasty, but it's really fun. You can mix up the recipes with the things that you like, so it's always going to be tasty for you. And the biggest part, you know what you put in there. So you only can take good ingredients, you can take fresh ingredients and cook something that you really like and that you really enjoy. So next up we go on how should our plate look. And there's a really simple model. So you have a round plate, imagine like a circle, and you have a Y shape in the circle. So you have 3/3. 1/3 should be full with vegetables and fruits. And so you have, for example, salad on the side, or you have steamed vegetables, you have fruit slices, fruit salads. That's 1/3. The next third on top is the protein third. So you have meat, you can have fish, you can have eggs, milk products, anything you like with protein. And the last third are carbs. So you can have bread, noodles, rice, potatoes, anything you like. Of course, they don't have to be in the shape on the plate. They can all be mixed up, but just for like size wise, it should all be equal to keep your weight steady. If you want to lose weight, your plate does look a bit different. So it's not a Y shape anymore, it's a T. You have one half of the plate with vegetable and fruits. So as well, salad, steamed vegetables, fruit slices, fruit salad, anything you like, you can mix it up every day. Then you have 1/4 of protein. So meat, fish, eggs, milk products, anything, be creative. And 1/4 of bread, noodles, rice, and potatoes, so 1/4 of carbs. This model you're going to use if you want to lose weight. So you have a lot of vegetables, a lot of fresh fruits, a lot of fresh vegetables to get some weight off. Maybe try it next time you put food on your plate to try those both models, see how it's working for you. Try to implement the little steps into your daily routine. Take little steps, as I said, in your own tempo, little steps that match for you individually. And the most important thing, start now. Don't push it over to some other time. If you fall back, that's not a problem. It's always a good time to start, and there is no excuse for not starting. I hope we could help you with this video a little bit. Yeah, and hopefully you can start right away. Have a good day and see you next time.